Disclaimer. We are not professionals. We are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence and enjoy the video.
What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the comics drop today. We're going to be talking about the Ron English Ukraine Relief Project dropping here tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the new Pixar Pals NFT collection that was just released by Veve as well, dropping here Sunday. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the market. So let's get right into it. Did you get the drop today?
No, sir, I did not. How about you?
Ooh, I did not get the drop either. I think I'm IP banned, actually. So and anytime I'm on Wi-Fi, and when you got here, you tried to get on Wi-Fi, and for some reason, can't get on Wi-Fi with the Veve app. So maybe that's going to be fixed in the future. I mean, I have seen problems with like other people. So hopefully that gets resolved, but this cover is looking sweet.
Yeah, I saw it at 7 gems today, and I was thinking of picking it up just because like retail price, all the X-Men Uncanny covers, they never disappoint. So honestly, that's kind of a set I'm looking to collect long-term. And yeah, I don't know. I'll probably pick that up at some point. I'm guessing the prices might dip a little because of some other stuff we're about to talk about.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, let's get into that.
So let's do the price predictions for the Ukraine drop. So this is dropping here tomorrow. We got this one first, the poster. The poster's looking pretty cool. What do you think about the poster?
It's a very unique piece.
Very unique.
I really like it overall. When I first saw it, I didn't see all the details and I didn't like it, but now I really like it.
There's so much. This is like one of the most detailed like posters, I feel like.
Yeah, and I think this could be another thing that could be blown up on your like showroom wall, and it would be a nice like mural type design. So yeah, I'm hyped for that. And then we've also got these I don't know what the name for it is.
Sunflower grin.
Yeah, the like iconic grin design for Ron English, which he's done in a lot of his like pop culture pieces. So I'm super excited to see the first appearance of that. And I'm excited to see, I know the like Monopoly Man drop they kind of teased at Decon had the same design. And yeah, I don't know. I'm super hyped to see this in general, especially just like the relief project or whatever, and that they're using these for some like real world utility, doing something with the profits. I love to see that. But these designs, I'm loving these too. I'm loving that Ron English is a part of this. Super hyped for the whole thing. But yeah.
Yes, sir. If you guys can't tell, this one's silver and this one's gold for the mouth. Hopefully, I'm thinking because if we look at these editions, they are pretty low editions, 4,444. Then for these, 5,555 for both of them. These are ultra rares. The single one is secret rare. So these are definitely going to be going over retail price. And it seemed like a lot of people were mad because why wouldn't they just release something that has way more editions, like double the editions, same price, or even lower price with like quadruple the editions? I definitely understand that, but I do think they want to keep it so their drops sell out instantly. But I can also see them coming out with, maybe in a couple weeks, they come out with another Ukraine relief project and then have a different type of poster, maybe a whole different thing, or maybe more of these sunflowers with like red mouth, purple mouth, like all these different colors of sunflowers, and they all stand for the Ukraine Relief Project and all donate money towards the project. But in total, this one's going to be $4,444,000 raised just off drop. So there's going to be like taxes and everything taken out of that.
Yeah.
And this one is going to be another 660,000.
Yeah, I think
so. Total, it's about 5 million. So after taxes, we don't know how much that's going to be, but that's still a decent amount of money. I do think they could raise more, and there isn't any money in the secondary market going to Ukraine, which is pretty sad. I was honestly hoping we'd see maybe a higher percentage going to Ukraine, like in the secondary, because personally, I don't see the point in picking this up after market, even though I do really like it. And if I get it on drop, I will 100% hold it. I'll probably hold it forever because it is going to be a historical piece, but I do think the secondary is kind of less likely for me to pick up just because I know none of that money is going to Ukraine.
Yeah.
And then like, especially if you get it on retail, like you can show it to somebody and say like, this money I donated towards Ukraine, and this is like the NFT I got, compared to picking up in the secondary. That's like, oh, I got this on the secondary market and I'm basically paying for something that somebody else donated to Ukraine. I don't know. It doesn't seem as cool.
I agree with that just because, and we could be seeing another drop in the future where they do like aftermarket fees mainly and on like a lesser percentage from like the actual drop proceeds or whatever goes to it. But we'll have to see. Overall, yeah, I definitely understand Carter's point. I'd agree with it in terms of like there isn't really an incentive to buy it on the secondary market. Whereas if it was like, I think Comics and Crypto mentioned like a 20% fee. If it was around there, that would be kind of an incentive for me to even be okay with taking an L on it if I went to sell it, just because I know that that percentage, or at least a chunk of it, is going towards something like this. So yeah, I'm excited to see what else they do, because I'm guessing they might drop something else in the near future. I'd love to see that, but we'll have to wait.
Yes, sir. So this poster, let's compare it to the recent poster that just happened. So the recent poster has almost the same amount of editions, 5,000. The new one has 4,444, and this one's sitting at 154. So we know this poster is most likely going to be sitting above 100. I would guess it's going to be sitting around 150 as well.
Yeah, I think it could, one place where it could maybe top that 150 is because it's a secret rare. But
True.
besides that, I definitely agree, and I think it'll be chilling in that range, not too far above 100, just because there isn't that like incentive in the secondary market, and I feel like that's what a lot of people wanted. But also it is a really cool piece, and I don't really know what the community's like, how they're feeling about it. So let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this in terms of the art and the fact that Veve's kind of doing something like this, because I was excited to see that. But yeah, I would say I think a safe estimate is in that like 150-ish range, give or take maybe 20.
If they didn't release this coming up here on Sunday,
Yeah.
I would say this is going to be at least 200, just because it is the Ukraine project and everything. But I think if there was a fee on this, if there was a Marvel fee on this, another 6%, I think this thing would be like 300, 400 in the aftermarket, because people would be buying and wanting to hold, because like, I don't know. I think it would just have a little bit more value if there's a tax added to it. But for the sunflowers, what are we thinking for these? Because I mean, it's still a smaller artist, but it is the Ukraine stuff. But I still don't know what kind of demand it's going to have secondary, because there isn't that extra tax. But I do think it's going to be over 60 for sure.
Yeah, I think it'll sit kind of around the, I always forget their name, I'm gonna say the Torch Dragon.
Yeah.
But I think they could sit like 70 to 90 range, maybe 100, but I think they'll hover around 100.
Yeah,
maybe maybe like 80 to 120 is kind of my range.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But yeah,
above retail.
Yeah, just like Carter said, small artist stuff, not major IP. And with the news they dropped, which we'll get into next, it's just we're gonna see a little gem squeeze here, and we already have, which we'll kind of get into that in the end when we go over market prices. So yeah, in terms of price predictions for those, maybe a little profit, but I think a lot of this isn't going to be as much like profit focused, but more so just kind of, I don't know, people kind of donating by buying in the secondary. Well, I guess they can't.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah,
these are going to sell out instantly, just like every other drop, though, for sure.
Yeah.
So next we have the Pixar Pals, which this changes the game, because when this was dropping on Saturday, I was thinking this was the only drop this week, and I was like, oh, that kind of like is a little weird how low of editions. But then when this came out, that makes a lot more sense of why they're doing this, because if they were to put a bunch of editions, I think they want to keep that title of we sell out in less than a second every drop for the past 6 months or whatever it is. So I think that's probably why it's the lower edition, because of this is dropping. But this is dropping Sunday, March at 8 a.m.
The Pixar Pals collection celebrates some of the most iconic characters and moments brought to life by Pixar Animation Studios. 5 digital collectibles dropping Sunday, March 13th, 8 a.m. PT blind box format. I'm loving the blind box. I'm also loving the fact that this is 5 iconic characters, which I think will be from different like movies or out of
because different it's Pixar Pals.
And so I don't think all of them are gonna be from Toy Story. That's what I originally thought. I would be hyped to just see that, but this is something I can groove with a little more than the like Disney Mickey Mouse stuff. So I'm really excited to see this.
I like this a lot, especially if this guy's animated.
Yes.
Say it.
There's a snake in my boot.
Let's go. Yeah. Woo. Hopefully you can tap him and he's animated or something, because that would be even cooler.
Yeah. If you could interact by pulling the little string and he says that, I mean, that would be crazy. And I think that's something that Veve's definitely capable of. So I'm excited to see whether they do that or not, or if they're saving it for a later edition. But as of right now, the detail is looking really nice. Yeah, the fabric detail and everything on it just looks super good. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what else they bring, because off the top of my head, I can't think of too much Pixar stuff. But what is it? Lightning McQueen is an option. I'm trying to think about it. Isn't Shrek Pixar? If they dropped Shrek.
Shrek is
DreamWorks. Yeah. So I've got those mixed up. But
look at like the detail on this. I feel like in AR this is going to be so cool, especially if it does any sort of animation. If it like moves around a little bit in AR, like placing on the desk, anything like that, it's going to be crazy. But let's look over at the market. see if there's any crazy things going on. Overall market seems like it's kind of down because of the Pixar pals.
Yeah.
Looks like the secret rare Aston Martin's at 5,200.
Yeah. Just to note, some of these prices, things are changing so quick that all these prices might not be completely accurate because they update on the hour, I believe. I don't know if that's changed, but something to note when we look at these, because I was scrolling through the app looking at some of my collectibles and their prices have tanked recently. Like,
look at
Wonder Woman was up to like,
looks Lady and the Tramp Golden Moment is the cheapest golden moment you can buy right now at $600. That's
is it?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's pretty crazy, because that's a lower edition too. That's 7,777.
Entering the pickup zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was looking at Wonder Woman and she was like 580, dropped below 500 at like 480 or something now. I'm assuming because of this Pixar drop. So I'm really excited to see what happens. This is the kind of stuff we've been anticipating this last month. I know we got Black Panther and a couple other cool things, but this Pixar, I think, is going to be a big one. And I think we're going to continue to see some larger drops after this. They might be spread out a little bit, but I think they're going to start dropping some more heat. And we've got MTL, MCP, all those other things lined up this year. I think they'll definitely be dropping some of that this year. So I'm really hyped to see where things go. But yeah.
Last night I picked up the Mayor of Townsville. I basically picked up the Series 1 Powerpuff Girls set yet again. I got a couple more Slimers, and I got another Finn from Adventure Time. Just getting some Season 1 stuff after seeing a little pump. I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I'm ready, because this stuff is pretty cheap. And if I were to see these prices pump again, I would be hurting knowing that I just let them sit there for that long, because they're like some of these Season 1s are like my favorite drops on the app. So seeing them so low, it definitely made me want to pick some more up. But looks like we'll see a little steady market.
Yeah, I would definitely say, just to end with a little strategy update, is I might look to pick up some of the stuff that I mentioned on my shopping list and everything like that. And if you go back and look at our video where we kind of talked about like must-haves or anything undervalued, I'm probably going to look to pick up some of that stuff this weekend before that drop, maybe a day before. We'll see. But I think we'll see a nice little dip here. And I think it'll be a nice buying opportunity. So I'll update you if I, buy anything. But we
also have the Givenchy drop coming up this month. So that's going to be a big one too. Those are going to be low editions, probably very high prices. So
check out the bingo.
Yeah.
And shout out all the subs, all the Patrons, everybody supporting the channel, helping us out. Shout out to everybody who's bought merch. Thank you guys so much. Repping the merch. You already know.
I'm wearing the sweatshirt today too. I just took it off the video so I didn't get hot, but I'm about to put it back on, go out. So you already know, rocking it all the time. If you guys like the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button if you've been notified when we post. This is Veve Vision, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go. Homies, let's go. Let's go, homies.